Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the friendly confines of Murner Gym here in the village of Meisenheimer as the Pfeiffer University Falcons basketball team will play host to the Methodist Monarchs. And folks, there is a lot on the line actually for both teams. With the way that the playoffs are going to be conducted this year, it's only going to be an East Divisional playoff. So there will be a conference tournament next week, but it's only for the Eastern Division, and that will determine there is not going to be a regular season champion as well. So basically, this game is going to help set up next week's four-team tournament. Both teams have qualified for that tournament. Methodist and Pfeiffer will both make it, but it's a question of where they will start and who they will play against. Pfeiffer comes into the game 7-2 overall and 7-2 in conference play, all in the eastern side of the standings, in the Eastern Division. Methodist is 5-4, 5-5 overall. So with Pfeiffer being second, Pfeiffer with a win would tie Wesleyan 8-2 over, with both having identical 8-2 records in the division. And the next conference tiebreaker, though, would be their records against against Methodist, I believe, and Pfeiffer would hold the advantage with that, with a win, having then swept Methodist after Pfeiffer beat Methodist on Friday in Fayetteville 77-71. And then for Methodist, they could be either the 3 seed or the 4 seed in next week's tournament, depending on whether they win or lose as well. So a lot to play for in this final regular season game for both teams. As we said, coming in, the Monarchs are 5-5 overall, 5-4 in the division. They're coming off a loss. They lost at Methodist. Excuse me. This is the. Let me backtrack that for just a second. They're coming in with a 3-game losing streak. They last won on February 19th at home against Wesleyan, but then they lost at Wesleyan, lost to Averett in a rescheduled game on Tuesday, and then on Friday, as we just mentioned, it was a 77-71 finish as the Falcons won in Fayetteville over the Monarchs. And in that game, Jerome Savoy led with 19 points. Dorian Miles had 10. And then for Methodist, it was Dante Burden with 26 points on 11 of 19 shooting, and Garen Dearman, added 13 points. Pfeiffer has been without their leading scorer, number 4, Jamal David. In the 7 games he's played, he averaged 12.6 points per game, as well as shooting 80% at the free throw line. So he's going to be definitely missed. He did not play in Friday's game, which, once we said, again, was a win for Pfeiffer on the road at Methodist. We'll be back with the starting lineups, and we have 9 seniors to honor just before our game, so we will honor our 9 seniors, then have our national anthem and starting lineups in just a moment. This is Pfeiffer University men's basketball on GoFalconsports.com.
Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside Murner Gymnasium. Charles Curcio here bringing you all the action, as now we will throw it down to the scorer's table across from us and the public address voice of Pfeiffer University basketball, Mr. Steve Cumming.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Murner Gym. Let's get today's matchup with Methodist started by recognizing our seniors. Our first senior is number 0, Jacoby Bailey. He's been a member of the Falcon basketball team for 3 seasons. He's appeared in 24 games over his career, shooting 39% from the field, 37% from long range. His career high came in 2018 when he scored 18 points against Johnson University. A senior from Columbia, South Carolina, number 0, Jacoby Bailey. Now let's meet number 1, Jerome Savoy. Our next senior joined the Falcon program last season and played in 33 games. He owns a career 43% shooting average and 66 rebounds to his credit. He has dished out 25 assists, 20 steals. His career best came in his very last outing against Methodist, going for 19 points. Ladies and gentlemen, number 1, Jerome Savoy. Our next senior is number 2, Sean Scott. He's been with the Falcon program for 2 seasons, appearing in 33 games and starting 28 of those contests. He has an impressive 65% shooting percentage from the field and is 1 for 1 from long range. A force inside. He also has 133 career rebounds, providing 25 assists and 37 steals. His best game as a Falcon came back in December 2019 when he scored 20 points against Piedmont College. A senior from Waldorf, Maryland, number 1, Sean Scott. Let's meet our next senior, number 4, Jamal David. A 2-year player for the Falcons. Our next senior appeared in 30 games for Pfeiffer, starting in 26 of those. He shot 43% from the field while in Eisenhower and returned a 41.6% from long range, hitting 74 3-pointers. He also has 207 career rebounds, 62 assists, 27 blocks, and 32 steals. His best outing was back in January 2020 when he scored 37 points against Ava right here in Murner Gym, also recording a career high 18 rebounds in the same month at Methodist. He has earned several USA South Men's Basketball Weekly Awards, and last season was selected to the All-USA South Second Team, number 4, from Clinton, Maryland, Jamal David. Next up, our senior number 5, Ty Simmons. Ty's appeared in 71 games over his 4-year career here in the Village. Of those 71 games, he's made 33 starts. He owns a career 43% shooting percentage and has hit 103 3-pointers in his career. In addition, has 160 rebounds, 115 assists, and 83 steals. His top game came back in January 2019 when he scored 35 points at NC Wesleyan. His top rebounding performance in the same month came against Greensboro with 9. Over his 4 seasons at Pfeiffer, he has been named a USA South Player of the Week and earned all USA South Sportsmanship honors. Number 5, Ty Simmons. Our next senior is number 11, Juwan Blanton. Juwan has enjoyed a 2-year career here at Pfeiffer, appearing in 28 games for the Black and Yellow, has a career 45% top game came February 19th back in 2020 when he had 16 points against William Peace right here in Werner Gym. In addition to playing basketball, he's a student assistant in the Pfeiffer Sports Information Office and assists with tabulating men and women's lacrosse statistics. A senior from Forest City, number 11, Juwan Blanton. Our next senior is number 12, Craig Sabb. Craig's been a member of the Falcon program for 4 seasons and has a career 53% shooting percentage and is also a 32% shooter from long range and 75% from the free throw line. He's accumulated 386 rebounds dished, 231 assists made, 94 steals. His top game came in November of 2018 when he scored 37 against Warren Wilson. Also had 13 rebounds at NC Wesleyan back in 2000. Around 9 rebounds on 2 occasions, most recently at LaGrange. He has earned several USA South Player of the Week honors during his career, and just last week became the 36th player to score 1,000 points for the Falcons. A senior from Goose Creek, South Carolina, number 12, Craig Sabb. Our next senior is number 20, Donnie Haight. Donnie's been a member of the Falcon program for 1 season and appeared in 9 games while starting 4. He has a 47% shooting range, hitting 32% of his attempts from beyond the arc. In addition, he has secured 14 rebounds, made 7 assists and 8 steals in his season here in the Village. A career high came back in February when he scored 16 points at NC Wesleyan. A senior from Aberdeen, North Carolina, number 20, Donnie Haight. And our final senior, number 23, Diaz Monroe. Seasons, he's made 13 appearances while making 1 start, accumulating a 55% field goal percentage shooting record and is an 84% shooter from the free throw line. He has 14 assists and 39 rebounds over his 2-year career, scoring a career high 27 points and a career best 12 rebounds just a few weeks ago in a win at Greensboro College. A senior from Latta, South Carolina, number 23, Diaz Monroe. Pfeiffer Athletics thanks each of you for your dedication to our men's basketball program over your time here in Eisenhower. We're proud of your academic and civic achievements and are proud to call you all members of the Pfeiffer family. As you compete one last time here as a team, we do care deeply and know that you'll always be a Falcon. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2021 senior class from the men's basketball team. And now let's meet today's starting lineups. First, our visitors from Methodist. Starting at guard, a 5'8" junior, number 3, Kevin McLaughlin. Starting at guard, a 6'1" senior, number 10, Dante Burton. Starting at forward, a 6'3" freshman, number 30, TJ East. Starting at forward, a 6'5" senior, number 34, Jaquan Deal. And starting at guard, a 6'3" sophomore, number 40, Clayton Coe. The Monarchs are coached by David Smith and assisted by coaches Henry and Grayer. And now let's meet your starting lineup for your Pfeiffer Falcons. Starting at guard, a 6'1" senior from Waldorf, Maryland, number 1, Jerome Savoy. Starting at guard, a 6'3" senior from Waldorf, Maryland, number 2, Sean Scott. Starting at guard, a 5'6" senior from Roanoke Rapids, number 5, Ty Simmons. Starting at guard, a 6' senior from Goose Creek, South Carolina, number 12, Craig Sabb. And starting at guard, a 5'11" senior from Aberdeen, North Carolina, number 20, Donnie Haight. The Falcons are coached by Pete Shuck and assisted by Terrell Baines.
Charles Curcio rejoining you live inside Merner Gymnasium. We're about ready to go. Very important game in terms of playoff seeding for the East Division tournament coming up next week, as we spoke about earlier. And just with a quick glance, Dante Burden is the leading scorer coming into this game for the Monarchs. The 6'1 senior from St. Paul's also played at Belmont Abbey. He is averaging 18 points per game. Garen Dearman, who is going to come off the bench, a wingman from Greensboro, played at Southern Guilford, scores 17.6 points per game. That's the only two double-digit scorers for Methodist in terms of points per game. And of course, as you saw in the seniors ceremony, Pfeiffer without Jamal David today, their 6'6 senior. He has a knee injury, he's wearing a knee brace, and he will not be able to play, and he has not played for a couple of games. Pfeiffer controls the tip, and Ty Simmons has it top of the key. Was looking for Haith momentarily, now gives to Sab. Sab with 15 to shoot, gives to Haith. Haith now to Scott. Now back to Simmons, 10 to shoot. He's going to fire a three, a little step back job, no. And the rebound's going to be taken by Jaquan Deal. Now the Monarchs with their first offensive look of the game. Little high screen and roll. Pfeiffer playing a little man defense. Down low to East this time. Now East kicks it out to Clayton Coe. And Coe's shot is good. First points of the game go to the 6'3 guard from Pinehurst, played at Pinecrest High School, just not too far from here in Meisenheimer. Simmons, beautiful move in the lane and scores. Ty Simmons, the senior from Roanoke Rapids. As you saw, Pfeiffer, 9 seniors playing in their final regular season home game. Pfeiffer will host a playoff game. Now, whether they'll be the 1 seed or 2 seed will depend on the result of this game. That ball goes out of bounds, and Methodist will keep the ball with 19 to shoot. Gets the ball in now, looking for Burden has it. Burden will kick to the corner. Another three on the way from Coe, no good. Rebound Pfeiffer, and it's a fast breakout. Haith now all the way to the rack, and he misses. Scott with a rebound. No, but he's fouled.
Monarchs foul on East, his first team foul. Sean Scott at the line, shooting two.
Scott is a 60% free throw shooter on the year, and his first free throw is good. 3-3 early here in the first half. Second free throw on the way, and that one is good. 4-3, Pfeiffer leading early in this game. McLaughlin brings it across the timeline. Now here's Burden, guarded by Haith. He's going to shoot a 17-footer over him and score. So back and forth we go early in this game. And now a whistle and a traveling call going to go against Pfeiffer. First turnover of the game for the Falcons. Burden now will give to Deal. Deal fires and hits, and it's 7-4. Monarchs starting strongly from the field. Three ball on the way is good. Haith fires for three and hits his first points of the game, and it's tied at 7. Very even start to this game. Burden now will kick. Deal drives on Scott, fires no, back iron. Rebound Scott, and he'll give to Haith. Haith now looking for Sab top of the key. He's going to go around a Savoy pick And he puts up the shot. No, Savoy with the rebound, and he scores. Was knocked away from Sab, but right into the hands of Savoy, the senior from Waldorf, Maryland. And Pfeiffer is back ahead, 9-7. Both teams scoring early and often in this game. Little stop, almost a stop and pop for McLaughlin, and now down low. Before the shot, Ty Simmons is going to get called for the foul with the reach in on TJ East. East at 6'3" and Simmons at 5'6" had a height advantage down low in the low post, and Simmons didn't allow him to get the shot up. And now the first substitution of the game as Jeremy Mull comes in, a freshman from High Point, North Carolina, went to Southwest Guilford High School. 9-7 is our score, 16:27 left in this opening half. Methodist trying to work in the post. Here's Deal. He loses it, and Pfeiffer has it on a 3-on-2 break, now 3-on-3, and Haith will pull up. Simmons looked like he wanted a three. No. He's going to give it to Haith with 20 to shoot. Haith will go to the top of the key. Trying to post up Scott down low, or excuse me, Savoy down low. And Savoy tied up, but I believe there's going to be a reach-in foul. Will it be a shooting foul? I'm not sure. On number 3, Kevin McLaughlin. It will be a shooting foul, and Savoy goes to the line. Savoy on the year is a 72% free throw shooter, has one more. And he gets it to roll in. 11-7 early in this game, under 16 minutes now. Very sort of a slower pace to start the game. Both teams running a lot of half-court offense. Mull now. And now down low, the pass too high for Jaquan Deal with his pass was too hard. And we have our first time out of the game. Pfeiffer 11, Methodist 7. We'll be back. This is Pfeiffer University basketball on GoFalconSports.com. Charles Curcio rejoining you live here inside Murner Gym. 15:46 left. Early, Pfeiffer with the lead, 11-7. And now the Monarchs are going to show a little pressure in the front court. Simmons gets away from him momentarily, gives it to Haith. It's off his hands. Pass a little too hard. Dante Burton comes back with the ball. McLaughlin Jr. now, from Fayetteville, North Carolina, went to Cape Fear High School. Will now give into the low post. A nice shot that time by Jaquan Deal, the former player for Research Triangle from Durham. Makes it 11-9, cuts the Pfeiffer advantage to 2 points. Now in the corner, Sab wants a three, and he's got it. Craig Sab makes it 14-9. And that is the most recent member of the 1,000-point club, shooting almost 30% from the three-point arc this season.
And now a 3 ball on the way. That's good, and it's back to a 2-point lead. Now here comes the Monarchs. Here come the Monarchs the other way, rather. Shot is no good, and nice play that time by Savoy. Starts a 3-on-1 break. Haith with the shot. No, it won't go. Ty's tip will not go, but Haith gets it back. Now gives to Simmons in the corner. Simmons will cut, looking for Scott. Ball goes off his leg, and the Monarchs will take over. Methodist 5 of 9 early in the game. Pfeiffer 4 of 7, but Pfeiffer's a perfect 4 of 4 at the foul line so far. And that was the 3rd turnover of the game for the Falcons. Now we have some substitutions for Pfeiffer as Dorian Miles will come in along with number 3, DJ Bradshaw. Miles is now the leading scorer on the team with 11.7 points per game. As we said, Jamal David not active for this game with a knee injury. And the Methodist now, ties the game 14-all with 14 minutes left in the first half. Also just in for the Falcons is Taylon Rowe, number 22. Bradshaw top the key, gives to Rowe. Rowe trying to get it to Miles in the post, and he will. They've doubled down on Miles. Here's a 3 ball from Sabb. No. Boy, nobody got a chance at that rebound as it just skipped right into Rowe's hands. Now Rowe's got an open look at a 3. Shoots as the shot clock expired. Pfeiffer could not corral the rebound, and the ball will go to the Monarchs. So Pfeiffer now 4 of 10 from the floor. Methodist 6 of 10. We are tied at 14. Burden now slowly across the timeline, guarded by Bradshaw. Drives on him. The shot will not go. Rebound. The Monarchs had position. And we're going to get I think we're going to get a conference to see whether or not the ball was tipped or not. And it will be Pfeiffer ball. And Jamal DeShields Beard will come in for the Monarchs. And Deal will get a break. Tied at 14, 13-12 left. Bradshaw gives in the corner to Savoy. Savoy, oh, it's knocked away, that pass by Burden. He goes all the way in for the layup. Burden coming in the leading scorer for the Monarchs. That's his first points of the game, though. Now here's Rowe for 3, and he drains it. Taylon Rowe, very strong three-point shooter for the Falcons, and he gives the Falcons the lead back. He's hitting 38.9% coming into this game from the three-point arc. Now a 3 ball on the way, nothing but the backboard. Missed wide right, as it were. Another 3 on the way, that one is no good, and Dorian Miles pulls down the rebound. Rowe now gives to Savoy. Savoy, oh, what a behind-the-back dribble. He almost lost the ball. And they will back out to Rowe with 20 to shoot. Now Rowe will fire for 3. Oh, it rims out. It was in and out. Savoy with a rebound, puts it up. No, but I think he's going to draw contact and a foul.
Monarchs foul on George, his first, 13 foul.
And that foul goes against number 32, Chris George, who just checked in. And that's his first. Savoy hits his first free throw, now has 5 points. As we said earlier, he's a 72.4% free throw shooter. Has hit all 3 of his free throws so far in this game. 12:04 left, close to another media timeout. Pfeiffer leading now by 3 as he hits his 4th foul shot. Burden, again guarded by Bradshaw, picks him up right at the timeline.
There's a double screen waiting for him, but he doesn't use it. Instead, kicks to the corner to Derek Newberry, who just checked in. Now Burden back to Newberry. Newberry's going to fire a three. Air ball. Rebound Dorian Miles. Savoy has it. He gives to Rowe. Rowe with a little 3-on-2 break, but the Methodist Monarchs get back on defense. And now in the corner, Bradshaw with a great cut. Move for three. No. Rebound, and here come the Monarchs 3-on-1. They get past Rowe. The shot is up, and it's good by Dante Burden. Rowe tried to stop the fast break somewhere around the volleyball, one of the volleyball lines, but was not able to do so. Now Savoy fires a three. He misses everything. Good rebound by Dorian Miles. It's knocked out of bounds. The Falcons will have the ball with 18 seconds to shoot when we come back. 11-12 left in the opening half. Pfeiffer 19, Methodist 18. This is Pfeiffer University basketball on GoFalconsSports.com. Charles Curcio rejoining you live inside Murner Gymnasium. 11-12 left in this opening half. Pfeiffer has a 1-point lead, looking to add to it. In low to Miles, who puts up the shot. No. Rebound Burden. And now a straight look in, and they're going to call a blocking foul, and East will go to the line. Dorian Miles knocked down on the play. And it's going to be his first foul and the second team foul. And they will, I believe, in watching the replay just briefly for a second there, I believe they're probably going to call him for moving just ever so slightly before trying to draw that charge. He just didn't, he gotten there about 0.3 of a second quicker. I don't mean to be unduly specific, but that just, if he got there that much quicker, I think he would have been all right in terms of drawing a charge. First free throw by East is no good. And he misses the second as well. East actually an 85% free throw shooter, so must be odd for him to miss too, I would say. Now Miles on the drive, nobody is going to go to the line. Dante Burden picks up his first personal. And that's 4 team fouls against the Monarchs. Dorian, a 6'6" freshman from Greenville, South Carolina, went to Eastside High School. And the first free throw hits the back iron and is no good. Coming in, he's a 53.6 free throw shooter. Actually, the person with the best free throw shooting on the team right now is number 23, Diaz Mungro. He's shooting at 85.7%. Misses both. So we've been stuck on 19-18 for a few minutes, with the Falcons still leading by 1 point. Jeremy Mull on the fake, beautiful ball fake to be able to get open for the drive, but he can't hit. And Pfeiffer will clear. Savoy now on the dribble. Gives it to Rowe, who quickly had to get through traffic. Back to Rowe. looking to feed Miles with 15 to shoot. Now we'll swing to the other way. Savoy, another between the legs dribble that time. Now Bradshaw puts it up. No, blocked by Burden. Good defense that time by Burden, the senior. And now crossover dribble, but he has it knocked away, and that's a 2-on-1, almost a 3-on-1 break. Savoy goes up, lays it up. No, rebound, good. Mungro follows on that play, and Pfeiffer takes a 21-18 lead under 10 minutes now. Pace has certainly picked up a little bit with some missed shots and some fast breaks breaking out. Then a little high screen and roll. Oh, almost maybe a moving screen. No call. Monarchs will get a 15-foot shot out of it anyway from George, but he misses. And quickly the other way, Pfeiffer trying to hit Miles quickly, and it's a turnover. Pfeiffer is out-rebounding at this point, out-rebounding Methodist 16-8, but they have 6 turnovers to the Monarchs 3. And Pfeiffer shooting just 6 of 18 from the floor. Methodist 8 of 18, 44%. Here's McLaughlin now on the drive. He will, guarded by Rowe, he will pull it back up and pull it back out. Gives to George. George trying to make a move, puts it off the glass nicely for the bucket. Nice touch that time shown by the junior from Fayetteville. And now Rowe is going to drive the left baseline, and he gets it to fall. What a tough shot by the former West Stanley Colt. 23-20 is the score, and now we've got a foul off the ball on Savoy. Savoy was trying to establish some defense, I think, so some position, if you will. What a tough shot that was by Rowe. Yeah, he sort of, he actually, Shields' Beard was trying to set up on the low post, and Savoy kind of bumped him before he could establish that, which gave the foul to him. Now a shot from 17 feet, nicely done by McLaughlin Jr., and it's 23-22, and it's been a very close game so far, really back and forth by both teams. I think the biggest lead, if my memory serves, is not more than 3 points right now. Rowe fires for 3, and he hits. And just as soon as you say that, Pfeiffer has the biggest lead of the game, 4 points, 26-22. Rowe now has 7 points for the Falcons. Here's George trying to make some moves on Miles. A three-pointer from Coe on the way. No, out of bounds. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by Bradshaw. The Monarchs will keep the ball with 20 to shoot. Pfeiffer 4 of 10 right now at the three-point arc. The Monarchs struggling, only 2 of 7. Pfeiffer also 6 of 8 at the free throw line. Methodist 0 for 2. Coe has it out high. Now gives to McLaughlin with 15 to shoot. Tries a little crossover move, a little double screen too at the high post. Trying to pump fake. No foul is called. Bradshaw, good defense that time with his hands straight up in the air. And now, Mungro will give to Rowe. Rowe fires for 3, and he hits! Talon Rowe hits again. He's got 10 points, and Pfeiffer has its biggest lead, 29-22. Now looking down low, and the pass out of bounds. DeShields' Beard throws it away, and there's a media timeout on the floor. Pfeiffer 29, Methodist 22. This is Pfeiffer University basketball on GoFalconsports.com. Charles Curcio rejoining you live inside Murner Gymnasium. 29-22 is our score. It was a 19-18 lead for Pfeiffer at the 11:27 mark. 4 minutes later, it's 29-22, so a run for the Falcons. A 10-2 run, to be specific. Pfeiffer has it in the front court. Rowe with 10 points so far, leading the Falcons. Mungro will get it top of the key. Now Bradshaw. Bradshaw kicks to Rowe. Back to Mungro, 13 to shoot. Miles trying to get some post position down low and is being fronted at the moment. Bradshaw this time on the drive, tried to dish it off to Miles just a little too hard, and it goes out of bounds. The 7th turnover of the half for the Falcons. Rowe right now, it's the Rowe show. I wanted to make that terrible joke, pun, whatever you want to call it. 11 points, 3 of 5 from the three-point arc and 4 of 6 overall. Oh, good hustle that time. It's a turnover. As Pfeiffer's number 33, that's Jordan Bird, the sophomore from Mebane, was trying to, he actually made that, he never touched the ball, but his presence of trying to steal that ball just let the ball go out of bounds, and the Monarchs turn it over. And that's their 4th turnover. Bradshaw guarded out high by McLaughlin. Will go around a Bird pick. Looking down low, the Monarchs are trying to front Miles with 2 different guys. He gets it this time, a little jump hook, no, and the rebound, and it's going to be, I believe Mungro is going to be called for over the back. But maybe not. No, the way they were, I take that back. The foul is going to be on Clayton Coe. That's the 15th foul, excuse me. I thought for a second that they were going to call Mungro over the back, but instead they called Coe for a foul. Oh, Miles is knocked down on the play hard, and I think actually Derek Newberry took the worst of it. It's his first foul and the 6th team foul against the Monarchs, and Pfeiffer will be shooting at all the free throws from this foul on, as the Monarchs are at the limit. And Pfeiffer will get the ball with 20 seconds to shoot, 6:35 left, leading 29-22. Pfeiffer shooting 9 of 21 from the field, 5 of 11 at the three-point arc. That's been a difference really at this point for the Falcons, because Methodist is 10 of 22, but only 2 of 7 at the three-point arc. And Pfeiffer out-rebounding Methodist still 17-9. Bradshaw guarded out high by McLaughlin Jr. A little high screen and roll between him and Bird. Picks up his dribble now. Bird has it with 8 to shoot. Kicks to Miles. Miles is going to fire a 3. No good, and the rebound taken by number 42, Jaquez Harrell. Now quickly the other way, Coe is in the corner. Almost has it knocked away from him when it's his pass to Burden. Burden gets it back. Down low, Bird with a block. Down low, and now Burden, that'll get you confused, but Burden gets the reach-in foul, and that will be 17 fouls, and Pfeiffer will go to the line. And that's actually Burden's 2nd foul. As we said, Burden came into this game as the leading scorer for the Monarchs, 18 points per game, but he only has 6 right now on 3 of 6 shooting. He does have 5 rebounds, though. And now Mungro will shoot a pair of free throws. He was averaging 11.1 points per game. Well, I take that back. He was a 1-and-1, and he missed the front end. Ooh, almost a travel that time by East in that little handoff pass to Burden. Under 6 minutes left, opening half. Pfeiffer still leading 29-22. We've been stuck on this score for a couple of minutes. Now a little 17-foot shot, no. Rebound taken by Bird. He's knocked down on the play, and he will draw a foul and shoot the 1-and-1. And I believe this is going to go on number 52. That's Morris Gray, the freshman out of Fayetteville from Fayetteville Christian. So Jordan Bird gets a well-earned first rebound of the game, and he will shoot the 1-and-1. And that's 18 fouls against Methodist, only 3 fouls against the Falcons in this first half. free throw is no good. And almost knocked out of there by Rowe. What a clever play that was. He almost came up with a steal. Instead, Burden will drive it all the way to the lane. What a shot off the glass. It's good, and the foul. What a terrific play that time. Bradshaw picks up the foul. It's his first and the fourth team foul against the Falcons. What a play that time for the old-fashioned three-point play attempt now. The first points in several minutes, actually, in this game. At 7:49, it's been about 2 minutes since anyone had any points in this game. And Burden cannot complete the three-point play, and it's still, and now we've got an offensive foul called against Bird. And it's going to be Bird's first, and it's team foul number 5. And he did sort of throw his elbow that way or push him that way. I don't know that he pushed him quite as hard as that Methodist player might have wanted you to think. Nonetheless, it's an offensive foul. Sometimes it's not about the contact as much as it is about if it looks like a foul. And there was contact made. Maybe not to that degree. Another offensive rebound now for the Monarchs. McLaughlin thinks about a three. Now will fire from 16. No. And the ball is fought for. Monarchs get it back. McLaughlin will get a look for three this time. No, that's no good. Rebound again fought for. And finally, Pfeiffer will clear it with Mungro. So Methodist had several chances there and could not come up with anything. Now a shot goes. No, it does not go. But the foul will go against the Monarchs. Morris Gray, his second. And two more free throws for the Falcons. As we said, Mungro coming into this game an 85.7% free throw shooter. He makes the first. Now Bradshaw will come out and Ty Simmons returns. 30-24 is our score, 4:41 left. Pfeiffer will be in the double bonus the rest of the way. And Pfeiffer actually still has one foul to give on defense. Second free throw also good, and now Haith will come in for Mungro. 31-24 is our score. Pfeiffer with a 7-point advantage there. Largest lead of the game. Both teams shooting under the 50% mark from the field. Now McLaughlin just goes all the way, draws contact. He's still on the deck. No foul was forthcoming. Burden with a spin move. He's going to miss the shot, but he will draw the foul. It's a nice spin move that time to get in there. And that's Haith's first foul. Team foul number 6 against the Falcons. Burden now 3 of 6 in the game. These are going to be his first free throws. Matter of fact, this is only the fourth free throw attempt of the half, and the first make, as the Monarchs were 0-3 coming into this particular free throw attempts. Now we're going to get a quick pause, I believe, for some sweat or moisture of some sort down on the court. Burden, of course, played at one of the previous rivals, if you will, of Pfeiffer University when they were in Conference Carolinas, longtime rivals, the Belmont Abbey Crusaders. Second free throw is good. It would have been a lane violation against Pfeiffer if it hadn't gone in anyway. And it's 31-26. Now Simmons is going to be a half-court trap, and he's trapped in there, and he's going to call timeout. Pfeiffer will take a quick 30-second timeout. We will take one as well. This is Pfeiffer University basketball on GoFalconsports.com. Charles Curcio rejoining you live inside Merner Gymnasium. 4 minutes, 21 seconds left in the first half. Pfeiffer leading 31-26. As we said, both teams struggling to score at this point. 9 of 22. Pfeiffer is 40%, 40.9 that is. Methodist only 11 of 29 for 37%. Pfeiffer will have the ball with 24 seconds to shoot. Ty Simmons, top of the key. Going to give to Rowe. Now to Haith. Haith fakes the three. Ooh, he had his man in the air. Just backs it out, 12 to shoot. Going to get a little high screen from Bird. No, he'll give it to Simmons. Simmons with 8 to shoot. Back to Haith, 5 to shoot. He drives in, found some space somehow and scores. He drew 2 defenders to the baseline, then sort of backed up into the middle of the lane and found some space and scored. Haith has 5 now, and it's a 7-point lead for the Falcons. Haith is 3 for 5, from the line. This kick out, it goes off the head of Burden. Haith is going to throw it ahead to Simmons, who tries to save it, but unfortunately saves it to TJ East of the Monarchs. Now Burden on the drive. He puts it up over Miles. No, it's short. Rebound Miles, and a 2-on-1 break. Here's Ty Simmons, goes to the rack, and he scores, and it's a foul called as well. East will pick up his second foul, and Ty Simmons goes to the line for a 3-point play.
Monarchs foul on East, his second, 10th team foul. Go into the lineup for the Monarchs. Ty Simmons will be at the line shooting 1.
Ty Simmons with only 4 points in this game so far, 2 of 3 shooting, looking to give Pfeiffer their biggest lead. Well, it's already their biggest lead at 9 points. He's looking to make it double digits with 1 more free throw. Now Savoy and Scott return for Pfeiffer. 3:21 is our score. Excuse me, 35-26 is our score. 3:21 left to play. I knew what I meant. Sorry. Back iron this time. Free throw is no good. Now Burden is guarded by Haith, giving him a little pressure as he gets across the midcourt stripe. Trying to post up Simmons down low is number 12, Garen Demon, who just checked in. And Demon's shot is good. Demon came into this game averaging 17.6 points per game, but that's his first shot and first make of the game. Now Scott from the corner kicks to Ty Simmons. Simmons will pull up his dribble and now give back to Haith with 15. And Pfeiffer will reset. Savoy goes back to the corner. Now into the corner is Simmons. Simmons tries to drive, almost stepped out of bounds. Puts up a shot, no, it hit the side of the backboard, but a foul is going to be called. And the foul is on Jaquan Deal, his first, and the team is over the limit. And Simmons really would have had a very difficult time making a shot from the position that he was in. His body was behind the backboard, and he was almost trying to shoot over it. First free throw is no good. Pfeiffer now 8 of 14 at the free throw line. 35-28 is our score. 2:34 left to play, opening half. Pfeiffer is at the foul limit themselves and will put the Monarchs on the line for the rest of the half as well. Second free throw is good. Coming in, Simmons is a 66.7% free throw shooter. 8-point lead now for the Falcons. Here's East, guarded out high by Scott. And now we've got a whistle, another one off the ball. I believe that may be on Simmons. Simmons was, I think he made some contact with Burden as Burden was trying to cut through the lane. So it's his second, but it's the 7th team foul, and it will be a 1-and-1 now for Burden. Burden leads the Monarchs right now with 8 points, including 2 of 2 on the free throw line, and he has 5 rebounds as well. He's a 6'1" point guard, and when you can get points and rebounds from your point guard like that, that's a heck of a positive. First free throw is good. And now a late sub comes in as Deal will return for East, along with Clayton Coe. And I believe McLaughlin is trying to check in as well. He will come in for Burden if Burden makes his free throw, and he does. Burden with 10 points now, and it's a 6-point lead for Pfeiffer, 36-30 with 2:19 left in this opening half. Pfeiffer trying to get that first seed in the East Division tournament next week. Monarchs trying to play for the 3 seed. Miles with a great long pass, great pass that time, and Miles converts it and gives a shout out to his teammate for the great assist. That's Miles' first points of the game. Here is George out high, loses his dribble, and the ball is knocked away, and here's Scott now after the pass from Rowe. Scott puts up the layup, no, rebound taken by McLaughlin. And quickly another fast break this way as Dearman will come into the lane. He looks to finish, and he scores. Dearman now has 4 points, and it's 38-32, back to a 6-point deficit for the Monarchs. Savoy now, top of the key to Miles. Miles goes around, he's gonna get always gonna be called for traveling. For a second there, I thought it was a foul, and instead it was a travel. George held his ground. And that is the 10th turnover of the first half for Pfeiffer. The Monarchs have 7 turnovers. And now Haith trying to get a quick turnover of his own, but the ball will go back to the Monarchs with 21 to shoot, 1:16 left. Boy, give Dearman credit on that basket he just made a minute ago. What a beautiful behind-the-back dribble in the middle of the lane, no less. Now this fake, a little head fake that time. Here's the shot up and good. A tough shot made by George. And it's a 4-point game, and now George is still down. And it was a little contact between on the other end of the court. But now the focus of the training staff is now on the player down. Still I'm trying to see exactly how the injury happened. You can run it back easier than I can probably, folks, but I think he may have stepped on a foot, if you want the truth. It looked like he might have stepped on and if that's what it is. It's an ankle injury. As he can't even put any weight on that ankle at this point. And that is Jaquan Deal, the 6'5" senior. He's a starter from Durham. Played at Research Triangle. And he's not even putting any weight on that ankle. And as a veteran of somebody who has stepped on a foot playing basketball before, that would be me, and blew out his ankle, which I did, that is painful beyond words. 38-34 is our score, 1:01 left to go in the first half. Rowe brings it across the timeline, gives to Haith. Haith in low to Miles. Miles will kick it. Savoy thought about a 3. Instead will drive and puts up the little finger roll. No. And Miles is going to get called for going over the back. His second, and a technical foul called against Miles, and that'll be 3 personals. So it was a loose ball foul, and then a technical foul against Miles.
Foul on number 42, Dorian Miles, a technical foul also assessed.
So he has 3 personals.
Second and third.
And Dearman will shoot 2 now. And with these free throws, they might be able to tie Pfeiffer. I believe they're going to get 4 free throws if I'm not mistaken. They're going to get at least 2. That was the technical fouls, And now the Monarchs are at the line shooting 1 and 1, I believe.
George at the line.
George is going to shoot the 1 and 1. And on the free throw line, the Monarchs have a chance to tie this game. Pfeiffer led by as much as 9 points, but now Methodist with a chance to tie. First free throw is good. With 3:20 left, just 3 minutes ago, it was 35-26 Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer's only scored 3 points over the last time. It's been an 11-3 run. Both free throws are good, and we are tied at 38 apiece in the final 45 seconds. Haith now guarded out high, gives to Rowe. Rowe gives to Savoy. Savoy is going to drive, puts up the shot. No, he's going to pass to Scott. Scott kicks it back out. Sab now to Haith. Haith now to Rowe. Rowe to Scott in the middle, kicks it back. Haith will fire a three. Good! Donnie Haith delivers a three-pointer for the Falcons to put Pfeiffer back ahead, 41-38. Shot clock is off. The Monarchs can hold for the final shot. Haith is D'ing up on McLaughlin. Setting a little picket fence up, if you will, top of the key. Kicks back. Now on the drive is Mull. 3 seconds. McLaughlin fakes, will shoot a three. No, off the back of the iron, and that's how the first half ends. Your halftime score, Pfeiffer 41, Methodist 38. We'll be back with halftime stats. This is Pfeiffer University men's basketball on GoFalconsports.com. Charles Curcio rejoining you live here inside Murner Gymnasium. It is halftime, 41-38. As you can see the score there, Pfeiffer leading Methodist. Let's take a look at some halftime stats. Pfeiffer is 13 of 28 from the floor, 46.4%, 6 of 13. That's been big for Pfeiffer at the three-point arc, 9 of 15 at the free throw line. And then for the Methodist Monarchs, they're 14 of 34 overall, 41.2%, 2 of 9 at the three-point arc, 8 of 11 at the foul line. Pfeiffer has 11 turnovers. Methodist has 7 points off turnovers. Big advantage for the Monarchs, 14-4. Pfeiffer is out rebounding the Monarchs 22-18, and that number is actually caught up as at one point in the half, Pfeiffer had a much higher advantage. Bench points 17 all. Second chance points, Pfeiffer leads there 8-2. Points in the paint, 12 for the Monarchs, 14 for the Falcons, and fast break points also fairly even, 8-6 in favor of the Monarchs. Dante Burden leads Methodist with 10 points. He's shooting 3 of 7, 4 of 4 at the free throw line. Chris George adding 8 points. Garen Dearman, has 6 points, also with Jaquan Deal. Jeremy Mull, 3 points. Coe, 3 points. And Kevin McLaughlin Jr., 2 points. Pfeiffer is being led by Taylon Rowe, who has 11 points on 4 of 6 shooting, including a trifecta of threes. He's 3 of 5 so far at the three-point arc. Donnie Haith has added 8 points on 3 of 5 shooting. Savoy has 6, Ty Simmons 5, Diaz Mungro 4, Sab with 3, Scott and Miles with 2 points each. We'll take another quick timeout and we'll be back with the second half of action. This is Pfeiffer University basketball on GoFalconsports.com. Charles Curcio rejoining you live inside Murner Gymnasium. Just about ready for the start of the second half. Pfeiffer University taking on the Methodist Monarchs. Of course, as we said before, both teams, Pfeiffer's won 4 in a row actually. Both teams will be in the postseason tournament next week. Division III, of course, as NCAA Division III on a national level has decided not to have a tournament. So there will not even be a conference tournament, technically speaking, with both divisions playing one another. Each division is going to have their own 4-team tournament. So both of these teams have qualified for that Eastern Division tournament, which will be next week. Pfeiffer will host a game on Wednesday. And we don't know who their opponent will be yet, but it could be Methodist or Averett. And the same is also true for Wesleyan because they will be at home as well. So Methodist will get the ball to start off. Same starters in the game for Methodist as they started with. Pfeiffer will start Haith, Sab, Scott, Savoy, and DJ Bradshaw will start. And right immediately, Burden goes to work and scores. Burden with 12 points now, and it's a 1-point game. Savoy now with a little head fake, looking for Scott. Scott puts a pump fake move on. No, he's got his shot blocked, and the rebound corralled by Jaquan Deal. Deal now thinks about a 3, gives it back to Burden with 20 to shoot, a little high pick and roll. Nice crossover dribble by Burden. He gets the space, but he cannot make the shot. Sab with a rebound. And he'll give to Donnie Haith. Haith, with a nice move to the lane, puts it up. No, but he'll draw a foul. Just a real great speed move.
Monarchs foul on Burden, his third.
And that's Burden's third foul. Haith with just a great move, just a quick spin move to his left on the dribble. Draws the foul, and Burden now, the leading scorer for Methodist, has 3 fouls. Haith's first free throw is good. He's a 50% free throw shooter coming in. And the second free throw is short. So it's a 2-point lead for the Falcons, 42-40. Just got underway here in the second half. Burden now around a high screen with 20 to shoot, gives to McLaughlin in the corner, 15 to shoot. Now on the dribble, against Savoy. Now gives, the drive is, there's a lot of contact, no foul called. East was looking to draw a foul and did not get one. A lot of contact on that play. But the ball goes out of bounds and Pfeiffer takes over. And I believe Methodist head coach David Smith is maybe expressing his displeasure about that call. In his 22nd season, he's also a Methodist graduate in 1981. So the long tenured coach of the Methodist Monarchs was not happy about that lack of a foul call. Haith now on the drive on McLaughlin. Gets past him, spins away from him. No, the layup won't go, but the rebound taken by Savoy. Savoy now looking for Scott down low. This drive, the ball is knocked up high in the air, saved by Bradshaw. Now Savoy has it to Bradshaw down low, gives to Scott with a shot. No, but a foul called. And boy, the Monarchs wanted a clean block called on that one. And the referees are taking a second and third look at the reactions of especially Jaquan Deal picking up his second. And no technicals were forthcoming, but I think the refs were watching as two of the Methodist players actually ran the entire length of the backcourt, just upset that was not a clean block. Scott only has 2 points in the game. They're off from the free throw line, now 3. As we said before, he's a 60.6% free throw shooter coming in. Second free throw on the way, and it's good. .22 to shoot now for Greensboro. 18:09 left in the second half. 4-point lead. Burden on the spin move. No, it won't go, but he gets a foul call. And that's Sab's first. And Burden will shoot too. He's so far perfect from the line, 4 of 4. And he leads all scorers with 12 points and misses the first. Second free throw on the way. And it's good. 44-41 is our score. 18:03 left in the second half. A trap about to be set for Haith, but he dribbles away from it, gets to Bradshaw. Bradshaw will give to Sab, who fires for three. No, it won't go. Rebound fought for, and it's going to be a jump ball, I believe, between Bradshaw and McLaughlin. The alternating arrow will go to the Falcons with 16 to shoot. It's Pfeiffer ball. Some of the players on the bench were indicating that's our ball, and the referees were agreeing with them. Now Haith will get it into the backcourt. He's got 20 to shoot. Gives to Bradshaw. Bradshaw with 13. Now Savoy looking down low for Sab, but Sab stepped out of bounds after receiving that pass, and it's another turnover, and the ball goes to the Monarchs. 11 turnovers in the game for the Falcons, 8 for the Monarchs. Burden comes across the timeline, will give to Deal. Deal with 20 to shoot, guarded out high by Scott. Now here's Burden on the drive, picks up his dribble, gives to McLaughlin with 10 to shoot. He goes around a pick, trying to find someone to pass down low. Great block that time by Scott. And Scott, actually McLaughlin, touched the ball after it was blocked, before it just sort of slowly rolled out of bounds, and the ball will go to Pfeiffer. 44-41 is our score, as you see, with 17:09 left in the second half. Sab top of the key to Haith. Haith takes a deep three, and he hits. Donnie Haith with a three-pointer deep one. He was at least 2 steps behind the three-point arc. He's got 9. Or check that, he has 12 now. Now McLaughlin the other way. Burden thought about a three, is going to pull it back out with 13 to shoot. High screen and roll. Scott guarding him. They're switching on that high screen and roll. Burden looking low for the layup attempt. No good by Deal. Knocked out of bounds. The Monarchs will keep it with 19 to shoot. Or check that, they'll give the reset to 20. Now Garen Darman into the lineup for Methodist, along with Chris George returning. Pfeiffer leads 47-41. It's a 6-point advantage for the Falcons. Darman drives, puts up the shot. No, it won't go, but he draws contact and will shoot free throws. And that foul is on Scott. It's Scott's first and the second team foul against Pfeiffer. Darman on the year from the free throw line is an 85.7% free throw shooter, 36 of 42, but he misses the first. Can cut the lead to 5 with his free throw, and does. No pressure this time as Pfeiffer comes into the front court. Mungro, who just checked in, will give to Sab, top of the key to Haith. Oh, Haith almost went up and down, and he did.
If he didn't go up and down, he drug the pivot foot as he was trying to make that move. And either way, it's going to be a turnover. 13th turnover of the game for the Falcons. The biggest lead of this game was 9 for Pfeiffer. Darman drives, and a nice dish that time to George for the layup. Drew the defense and got the open look for his teammate and gets the assist. And it makes it a 3-point game, 47-44. Scott with a beautiful spin move. His shot won't go, though. Rebound Burden, that's his 7th board to go with 13 points. Crossover dribble. Now he has it knocked away from him by Sab. Sab is on a breakaway, trying to be caught, but he will not be. Burden was trying desperately to get back and stop the shot, and he could not. Sab has 5 now, and it's a 5-point lead again for Pfeiffer, 49-44. A spin move, no foul called either way, just a no call, and Bradshaw, I believe Bradshaw may have stepped out of bounds. He or Sab won when getting that loose ball. So we'll go to a timeout. Pfeiffer 49, Methodist 44. This is Pfeiffer University basketball on GoFalconsports.com. Charles Curcio rejoining you live inside Merner Gymnasium. 15-14 left in the second half. Pfeiffer leading 49-44. Monarchs will have the ball with 20 to shoot. Very competitive game between these two clubs. Between these this contest, I was trying to say two things at the same time. Now Darman goes around a double high screen, drives, and the layup is good. He was bothered by that layup by Sab momentarily, but he finishes the layup anyway, and he's got 7. Make that 9 points. Sab out high, 15 to shoot. Guarded out there by TJ East. He goes around a Miles pick. Now Bradshaw will drive, tries to kick. There's no one there, and Greensboro can break 2-on-1. Now the alley-oop is good to Chris George. What a play that time, and it's a 1-point game. Mungro with a crossover, gives to Miles, and Miles' shot will not go, and the rebound taken by number 32, George, who just had finished that alley-oop, and the Monarchs could take the lead with a bucket. Darman is guarded out high. He misses. Oh, and the shot is good. Mull's shot, I thought, had gone off the rim, but it took a very friendly bounce, and it's now a 50-49 lead for Methodist. Sab goes around a Miles pick, fires from 15. That won't go. Rebound taken by Methodist. George did a good job of getting the rebound away from Dorian Miles. Ty Simmons and Taylor Rowe ready to check back in for the Falcons. This time Darman, it's off his leg, and the ball will go to Pfeiffer.
Simmons, Taylor Rowe in the lineup for the Falcons.
So set the lineup for Pfeiffer. It's Rowe, Simmons, Mungro, Miles, and Sab. Simmons brings it across the timeline. Guarded out high by Darman. Sab gives it off to Rowe. Rowe to Simmons, who fires for three. No on the little weave play. Rebound taken by George. Darman now on the drive, skips it across the entire defense. The Malu puts up a shot, no, and an offensive foul. Sab draws the offensive foul. It's Mull's first. 3 team fouls against the Monarchs. 12:55 left. The Monarchs clinging to a 1-point lead. They've outscored Pfeiffer in this half 12-8. And just very slowly have worked their way into the lead. Shooting 19 of 43 right now from the floor. 44% to Pfeiffer's 40.5%, 15 of 37. Miles in the low post. Easy shot for him. He's got his 4th point, and he puts Pfeiffer back up 51-50. And back and forth we go. This has been a very competitive game. Neither team is led by, I don't even know that either team is led by double digits. It wasn't for long if it was. I think 9 is the biggest lead if my memory serves. Deal top of the key gives to Darman, and Darman fires for 3. No, rebound Mungro. And now Mungro avoids Darman. And he's going to drive the lane, skips the pass. No, it's going to be taken away by Clayton Coe. Coe now on the drive. He spins in the lane. He scores over Sab. And the Monarchs back ahead 52-51. And now here's a pass ahead to Mungro. Oh, he looked for the dunk and he missed. Oh, he had the beautiful lead pass. And he just hit the back iron with the dunk. And with a timeout on the floor, Methodist leads Pfeiffer 52-51. This is Pfeiffer University basketball on GoFalconsports.com. Charles Curcio rejoining you live inside Merner Gymnasium. 11:51 left to go in regulation. Monarchs lead the Falcons 52-51. Pfeiffer still shooting better from the three-point arc, 7 of 16, 43.8% to Methodist 2 of 10. But points in the paint are starting to go to the favor of the Monarchs. They're 24-18 in favor of Methodist. And they also lead in fast break points and bench points. Mungro now gets a steal and a layup. What a great play, heads-up play by Diaz Mungro. He's got 6 now. And then Pfeiffer goes back ahead, 53-52, and back and forth we go. Darman this time, and it is going to be called for traveling. I think he might have gone up and down is what happened. Check that from earlier. Mungro now has 6 points. Ty Simmons going to go around a double screen at the top of the key, guarded by Darman. He gives to Sab. Sab drives in and has the ball knocked away from him. Pfeiffer will keep it with 18 to shoot. Pfeiffer with a very concerted effort to take the ball to the hole, and now Rowe is wide open for a three, and he hits. I don't know how Rowe was forgotten about after hitting three three-pointers in the first half, but he was wide open on that one, and getting the quick inbound to him gave him the wide open look. Now Darman will score, and it's 56-54. Pfeiffer leads by 2. Rowe looking again for another three. This one's off the back iron, no good. Rebound is taken by the Falcons. Rao will get it out to Simmons. Simmons fires for three. Good. Ty Simmons makes it a 5-point game with his 8th points of the game. Darman now has it out, guarded by Rowe. Gonna go around a pick. Lost his footing momentarily. Deal had it, now gives it to Mull, who will drive. Mull kicks it out. Here's George with a shot, yes. George has 14 points now. And it's back to a 3-point lead for Pfeiffer, 59-56. Just about at the midway mark with 10 minutes left in the regulation. Down low is Miles, and he scores easily. Miles with 6 points. You get the feeling that Dorian, if he could get the ball in that position in this game, could probably score just about every time. But credit the Monarchs for fronting him on defense with 2 guys on his own defense and not allowing it. Now this inbound pass, or pass to the low post rather, nice job to get it away from him was Deal. He got the pass out to a 3-point attempt, no, by George, but a loose ball foul is going to be called on Pfeiffer. Mungro picks up his first, 3rd team foul against the Falcons. And Pete Shuck is very upset with that call. His voice carrying across the... And now the referee has given a verbal warning to the bench of Pfeiffer. (61-56) our score, 9:30 to play. Miles with some good defense there on the drive, stops Darman. Darman paps from 15, no. Rebound, his stop and pop was no good. And now Simmons will pull it up. Gives to Sab. Sab now, it's deflected away. Rowe gets it back, fires for 3, no. Rebound Mungro, and he's gonna be called for over the back. It's Mungro's second, the 4th team foul against Pfeiffer. And one of the referees was gesturing towards the Pfeiffer bench to get them to, I don't know if sit down is the right word or what, but nonetheless. Pfeiffer a little upset with the last couple of calls, I believe, and now Coach Shuck is having a conversation with one of the officials. A rather lengthy conversation, as it were. (61-56) our score, 9:12 left to play. McLaughlin will give to Burden back in. Burden now sets the, it's going to look a little high pick and roll with 17 to shoot. Goes around that screen, trying to find someone to get it to, and he does. 3-point shot on the way, no good. He was looking for Deal. Deal missed, and now Savoy puts his shoulder in, and I think he's going to, it's going to be a blocking foul. He put his shoulder down, and now the referees, the frustration is starting to show, I think, on both ways. Now Deal picks up his 3rd. And the 4th team foul against the Falcons. No continuation, of course, on the play. So Pfeiffer will get the ball out of bounds with 25 to shoot. And Deal was sort of moving both ways. He kind of moved at the very last second
on that play. Now here's Miles down low. He missed. He got the rebound away from basically 3 different Monarchs. Savoy kicks to Rowe. He'll fire for 3. That's no good. A little too strong that time from Talon. And it's a 5-point lead still for the Falcons. And here comes Burden. Spin move, and he scores. Make that 15 points now for Dante Burden. And it's a 3-point game again, 61-58. Simmons now fakes a throw into the corner, was faking to Sab. Now gives to Sab, top of the key, 12 to shoot. He gives back to Simmons, who will fire for 3. Good. A clutch 3 that time by Ty Simmons. He's got 11, and it's 64-58. Ty is now 4 of 6 from the floor. Burden now with 17 to shoot, gives it to George. George will drive on Miles, tried to make a move, but he fell down, and the pass back to Burden, and Burden dribbled it out of bounds. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. Pfeiffer now leading 64-58. This is Pfeiffer University basketball on GoFalconsports.com. 64-58 is our score. Charles Curcio rejoining you live inside Merner Gymnasium. Falcons leading by 6. Burden with a 3-point shot, but then answered 25 seconds later by Ty Simmons. Puts us where we're at right now. I don't think you could overstate the critical nature of that 3 just to keep Pfeiffer, keep it a 2-possession game for the Falcons now with the ball. Rowe into the front court, guarded by McLaughlin. He's going to drive on him now kicks it back out. Savoy is going to fire a 3. No, it comes in and out. Sab with an offensive rebound, trying to pump fake his way out of there, finally does. Savoy drives on Burden, but he's going to draw a foul, and that is Burden's 4th.
Monarchs foul on Burden, that's his 4th, 15 foul.
It's not a shooting foul. And now Darman will come back in. So the leading scorer for Methodist in this season, out with 4 fouls again. And now Pfeiffer calls timeout. Was not able to get the ball in, a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick timeout and be right back.
Charles Curcio rejoining you live inside Murner Gymnasium. 64-58 is our score. Pfeiffer has the ball with 20 seconds to shoot. Up 2 scores right now. It's a 2-possession game. A close contest the entire way. We'll see what the final 7 minutes have in store. Savoy gives to Sab in the corner, top of the key, Rowe with 15. Back to Sab, who's going to drive. Pulls up, now kicks to Ty Simmons, who fires for 3. Misses everything. 7 seconds to shoot. Sab gets the rebound back. Back to Rowe. Rowe is going to drive to the free throw line. Takes his shot. Won't go. Rebound taken by TJ East for the Monarchs. Now McLaughlin gives to Coe. And Coe is actually fouled, I believe, by Savoy. That is Savoy's second. More importantly, it's the 5th team foul. Each team has 1 foul to give in the final 6:42 of regulation. 21 seconds to shoot now for Methodist. McLaughlin guarded out high by Simmons. Nice play by Savoy to knock it away. Monarchs will keep the ball with 15 to shoot. Final regular season home game for both teams. Final regular season game for both teams. And of course, final regular season home game for the Falcons. 9 to shoot now. McLaughlin is going to get a screen from Deal. Now gives to Deal. Deal fires 16 feet. No. Rebound Savoy. Savoy on the hop. Gives it to Scott, back to Savoy. Now we'll give to Simmons, who will set the offense with 21 to shoot. Gives it in low post to Sab. Sab is double teamed, passes to Savoy on the cut. No, but he's going to draw a foul on Deal. And I believe that is Deal's 4th. And Chris George is going to check in for the Monarchs with Deal in foul trouble. And Savoy will shoot 2, and the first free throw is good. Pfeiffer offensively in the last few minutes has done just enough to try to keep Methodist at bay. The Monarchs have made a couple of runs in this game. Made a run earlier to tie the game, but Pfeiffer quickly pushed back and got the lead. The two exchanged leads for several minutes, and now Pfeiffer leading by 8, 66-58, under 6 minutes to play. McLaughlin top of the key, looking for Coe. Coe's got it, little jump pass to George. No, it's off the back iron, no good. Gets his own offensive rebound. The ball goes to TJ East, back to McLaughlin, who will go to George on the wing, and George will give it to Coe. And now back to Dearman. Oh, almost had it stolen. 8 to shoot. Darman on the drive. Won't go, but Scott will pick up his 2nd foul. Methodist really couldn't find a shot on that possession. At least not an open look to say. But just stayed very patient with it and got an offensive rebound, another chance. And now Darman can cut it back to 6 with 2 free throws. And as we said earlier, Darman, an 85.7% free throw shooter coming into today's game. Methodist is 10 of 15 at the free throw line, and Darman is 3 of 4. Again, the numbers are nearly identical in field goals. Methodist 23 of 53, Pfeiffer 21 of 51, but it's those 10 made three-pointers for the Falcons that has made a huge difference in this game. First free throw is good. Methodist only 2 of 12 from the three-point arc. Darman's 2nd free throw is good. He's got 13 points now, and it's a 6-point game again, 66-60. 5.5 to play. Little half-court trap being set up. Simmons is trapped, and now he will call timeout. And I believe that they only have 1 timeout remaining, and I will check on that as we take a quick 30-second timeout. Pfeiffer leading 66-60. 66-60 is our score, 5:28 to play. Pfeiffer has the ball with 21 to shoot. That trap forced Pfeiffer to call their next to last timeout. I'm checking on that just to make sure. Savoy now into the front court, guarded by Darman, who fakes the three and then pulls it back. And Rowe, and the pass gets away from Rowe, and that's going to be a backcourt violation because nobody tipped the ball. Oh, wait, we may get an overrule. Was it tipped? It was tipped. Oh, and Methodist is going to complain about this one. And now we're going to get a second. And now we're going to have a discussion here. The pass went away. Pfeiffer will keep the ball with 11 to shoot, so it was not a backcourt violation. It was deflected. Rowe goes around a screen from Miles, drives to the lane, puts it up, and it goes in. Great shot that time by Taylon Rowe, makes it 68-60. Just a very soft little kiss off the glass. Under 5 to play now, 8-point advantage. McLaughlin gives to George. Now McLaughlin on the drive, it won't go, but the foul is going to be called on Sabb, and that's his second.
Foul on Craig Sabb, his second, 7th team foul.
Rowe with a nice change of pace on that last play, and that little soft touch off the glass. And then, like I've said previously, just a few minutes ago, Pfeiffer has been able, when they needed to get just enough offense to keep Methodist at bay. And Methodist has not been able to get stops on the last couple of trips. And it's been hovering around that 6 to 8 point margin. First free throw is good. One more. Both teams are now at or over the foul limit. Pfeiffer with 7 fouls, Methodist with 6. Free throw is good. 68-62. It's back to 6 points again. Methodist setting up the trap. Savoy has it across the timeline. Passes into the corner. Oh, it got away from Miles. He got it back, though. Miles will drive, and a nice little finger roll is good. Miles with 6 points, 8 points rather, and it's 70-62. And again, Pfeiffer goes back up by 8. 4:30 to play. McLaughlin now is going to fire for 3 and misses everything. And the ball goes to Pfeiffer. 3-pointers have not been the friend of Methodist in this game. 2 of 13 now from the 3-point arc. With the teams both making the same number of free throws, basically, 14 of 19, 14 of 21. 3-pointers have been the difference in this game. Pfeiffer 10 of 23 from the 3-point arc. Haith will come in. And now Rowe brings it up, 4:19. Got a double screen, or just a single screen then. Looking for Miles down low. He's double teamed immediately and reached in, almost looked like a reach-in foul. No call, instead it's a steal. And this time Haith knocks it away from behind and throws it ahead to Savoy. Savoy is on the break, tries to dunk it, no, but he's fouled. Darman gonna get called for his first foul. What a crazy sequence that was.
Foul on Darman, his first 7th team foul. Media timeout.
And we have our final media timeout of the game, with Pfeiffer leading 70-62. This is Pfeiffer University basketball on GoFalconSports.com. Charles Curcio rejoining you live inside Murner Gymnasium. 4 minutes left to go in regulation. Pfeiffer leading 70-62. Savoy at the line shooting two after being fouled on the dunk attempt on a very crazy exchange that time that led to the Pfeiffer breakout. First free throw is good. Savoy has 9 now. He is a perfect 7 for 7 at the free throw line. Make it 8 for 8, and it's a 10-point game. And now time is not on the side of the Monarchs, to be sure. Monarchs need points and need points in a hurry, and three-pointers have not been their forte in this game so far. Burden will drive in and lays it up and in. And now a 30-second timeout going to be called by Methodist with the score Pfeiffer 72, Methodist 64. We'll be back. Charles Curcio rejoining you live. 3 timeouts left for Methodist, only 1 for Pfeiffer. And it's going to be a full court press this time. Haith is going to be immediately double teamed, but gets away from it. And he may have stepped out of bounds if there wasn't a foul called, but it will be a foul against TJ East, his third. That's team foul number 8, and Haith will shoot 1 and 1. Just before that foul, he stepped. It was very close. You couldn't see on the broadcast, but he just did step out of bounds. But it was before. I think it was, excuse me, after the foul. What I meant was the contact on the foul was before he stepped out. Second free throw coming, 73-64. 9 points, now 10. Haith has 14. And Pfeiffer leads 74-64. Burden on the drive, trying to find some room. Everywhere he looks, there's a Pfeiffer defender, but Burden scores, and a timeout now taken by Methodist, a full timeout. We will take one as well, 74-66, 3:29 left. Pfeiffer leading by 8. Charles Curcio rejoining you live inside Murner Gymnasium. 3:29 left in regulation. Pfeiffer 74, Methodist 66. Talon Rowe leads Pfeiffer right now with 16 points on 6 of 12 shooting. Donnie Haith adding 14. Ty Simmons 11. Jerome Savoy's got 10. Dante Burden leads all scorers with 19 points. George with 14. Darman 13. Methodist showing the press once again. Haith will get the ball, gets away momentarily. Oh, he almost looked like he was going. He lost the basketball, but he didn't. Savoy now into the front court to Rowe. Rowe to Savoy. Pfeiffer backing it out, 18 to shoot, going to run as much clock as they can. Rowe with a high screen.
On the drive, puts it up. Yes, it's good! And the foul called. Taylon Rowe with a beautiful high arcing shot off the window. Gets the hoop and draws the foul. And the foul is on Jaquan Deal. That's his 5th personal, and he is done for the game. What a beautiful shot that was. Just another soft touch off the glass. Deal had his hands straight up in the air to profess that he did not reach down and foul. Nonetheless, it's his 5th personal, and George will check in for him. Rao with 19 points in this game has been absolutely terrific, and it's now 77-66, 11-point lead for the Falcons with 3 to play. Darman, for 3, no rebound. Miles, his 7th board. And Jerome Savoy's had a great game as well, a double-double, 10 points and 10 rebounds. Just running more clock now. Rowe swings back, 9 to shoot. Savoy gets away from his defender, tries to spin in the lane. Is he going to be called for steps? He is. The 18th turnover of the game for Pfeiffer. It's an 11-point lead for Pfeiffer, 77-66 with 2.5 to play. Three-pointer by Coe is good, and he goes down trying to draw a foul, did not, and Methodist will call timeout. And they only have 1 timeout remaining. 77-69 is our score. We'll keep it right here. Take a look at some of the team numbers really quickly. 26 of 58 is Methodist from the field, 44.8%. Pfeiffer 24 of 54, but the difference again, 3-pointers. That's the first make for Methodist in quite a long time. 3 of 15 from the 3-point arc, while Pfeiffer is 10 of 23. Free throw line, 14 of 19 for Pfeiffer, 19 of 26 for the Falcons. Bench points are even. Second chance points are Pfeiffer's domain this game, 13-5, and points in the paint are pretty even, 32-28 in favor of the Monarchs. Scott to inbound it and gets it to Rowe. Rowe is double teamed. This full court trap rather. They will try to trap in the half court if they can, but did not. 20 to shoot. Rowe gets it knocked away momentarily. That's deflected again away momentarily. Now Sab steps up, swings it around. Haith, he's got to look at 3. No. Rebound Darman. Darman quickly down court with 2 to play. He's going to draw a foul. The basket does not go, but the foul will be called on Rowe, I believe. And it'll be his first. Darman will shoot 2. It's an 8-point game. The game is not over yet. Coe's 3-pointer was absolutely critical to make it an 8-point game. And now these 2 free throws could make it a 2-possession game, 77-71, if Darman hits the second. And he does. 15 points for Darman. 77-71 our score with 1:55. Trying to get the turnover there. Oh, almost a 5-second call. The entire bench was calling for it for Methodist. Now it's knocked away momentarily from Scott. Sab has it in the front court to Miles. His layup is good. Miles with a critical basket puts it back to 8 points. Now on the drive is Burden. No, but a foul is called. And it's going to be called on Haith, and that's his second, and it's the 9th team foul. So 1-1 coming for Burden.
And Methodist just cannot get a stop when they need one. They needed a stop right there on their full court press, but could not get one. As they did a great job, Pfeiffer did, getting the ball to Miles, and he scored. First free throw is good. Burden with 19 points, make that 20 points now. On 6 of 7, now 7 of 8 at the free throw line, and it's back to 6 points, 79-73. Game is not quite over yet. Sab guarded by Coe. Trying to set up the trap, and he gets away from it, gets it to Mungro. 19 to shoot. Now over with some long passes Pfeiffer's making right now. Sab now gives it back to Mungro, who gives it to Rowe. Rowe, who's going to fire a three. No good. Rebound, Burden. With 1:11 to play, the Monarchs can cut it to even less. And he is going to get the basket and draw a foul. The basket is good. The foul on Mungro is third, and this is just about to become a one-possession game if Darman hits the free throw. Darman with 17 now. 1:07 to play. Free throw is good, and it's a one-possession game. And a foul is going to be called. I'm not even sure that the pressure was necessary at that point. Darman picks up his second. It was a one-possession game. Monarchs could have backed up into a half-court defense, but they decided to keep the pressure on. And instead, a reach-in foul is called, and it sends Craig Sab to the line. As we said before, I believe Sab, a 68.4% free throw shooter, makes his first, and it's back to two possessions. George comes in for the Monarchs, and Coe sits down. Now some confusion about who was coming out of the game because Coe is staying in. He's a three-point shooter. I would have thought that he would stay in. He's made a couple in this game. Second free throw is no good. 1 minute to play. Darman into the front court. Goes on the dribble. Sab tries to draw the foul and does not. And it's a two-point game, 80-78. Methodist calls their final timeout in regulation. We have got ourselves a ball game, 80-78. We'll be back. .6 seconds left. 80-78 is our score. Pfeiffer leading by 2. Led by as much as 11 at 77-66. But now a 12-3 run, excuse me, has got this within a 2-point game. Still showing a little pressure. They will trap in the front court. Pfeiffer gets away from it. Sab has it, guarded by Coe. 19 to shoot. A high screen and roll with he and Miles. Coe gets through the screen all right. Sab shot is good! Craig Sab with a huge basket with 37.8 left. Back to a 4-point game. Now Darman on the dribble. He fakes, looks for Coe. Coe fires for three, it's short. And Miles will let it go out of bounds, and Pfeiffer will get the ball with 27 seconds left. And a quick substitution as McLaughlin checks in for George. Now Methodist will have to foul, going for a steal and/or foul. Long pass this time. Mungro's got it, and he is fouled by McLaughlin on the floor. But it doesn't matter. Both teams are over the double foul limit, so it's double bonus the rest of the way. So Mungro will shoot two.
And Diaz is the guy to get the ball to. 85.7 is his percentage this season from the foul shot line. Just a little indication that to make that long throw. Left-handed free throw is good. Mungro has 7. It's a 5-point lead. Second free throw is good. It's back to 6 points for the Falcons with 24 seconds left. Mungro falls down on defense. Here come the Monarchs. Shot from 15, no good, was East. Back up and in. 17.4 seconds left. It's a 4-point game. Trying to get the steal from Mungro. Sab has it in the front court, and he was bumped and no foul was called. And I think that they were trying to foul, and now Scott draws the foul. And I believe that's Burden's 5th personal, and it is. So Burden will leave the game with 21 points on 7 of 12 shooting and 7 of 8 at the free throw line. 9.3 seconds left. No timeouts left for the Monarchs. First free throw is good. The Monarchs are just about out of time. And Pfeiffer, after the Monarchs got it within 2 points, found a way to push the lead back forward. 6-point lead, 9.3 to play. Pfeiffer will press a little in the front court. McLaughlin comes up. He puts up, tries to, he's not going to put up a shot, and Mungro with the steal, and that's going to be the game. Your final score, Pfeiffer 86, Methodist 80. A steal at the very end. A very well played game by both teams. Pfeiffer finishes, and as we believe, if these tiebreakers work as the way we believe, that as the #1 seed from the Eastern Division for next week's Eastern Division postseason tournament. So final stat numbers, Pfeiffer finishes 26 of 58 overall, 44.8%, 10 of 25 from the three-point arc. That's the difference, as we've said all game. 24 of 32 at the free throw line. For the Monarchs, 29 of 63, 46%, 3 of 16 from the three-point arc, 19 of 24 at the foul line. Second chance points in favor of Pfeiffer, 13-7. Points in the paint in favor of the Monarchs, 38-30. Final numbers, as we said, Burden just fouled out with 21 points. Garin Darman had 20, Chris George 16, Coe with 8, Jaquan Deal 6, Mull with 5, and 4 points from McLaughlin Jr. For the Falcons, Taylon Rowe had the hot hand. He was 4 of 9 from the three-point arc, 7 of 14 overall, 19 points. Donnie Haith added 14. Ty Simmons added 11 points and 10 points each from Savoy and Dorian Miles, with Savoy having the double-double with 10 rebounds. We will see you next week as Pfeiffer will host on Wednesday an Eastern Division Conference Tournament championship semifinal game on Wednesday. For the players, coaches, and administration here at Pfeiffer University, I'm your announcer, Charles Curcio. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next week.